Get ready to be amazed as we look into the newest developments in military technology. The United States has shown off a new type of aircraft carrier that has a laser. This new carrier is really big and fast, unlike anything we've seen before. What's more, it's got advanced technology that can quickly find and take out enemies. This comes at a crucial time given our current tensions with Russia and China. With this new carrier, the US is well positioned to handle any threats. It's quite the talking point. In the early 2000s, the United States government acknowledged the limitations of its aircraft carrier fleet and embarked on an ambitious endeavor to redefine naval dominance. Their vision? Colossal vessels capable of launching and receiving aircraft at an unprecedented scale, defying wind constraints. Equipped with advanced detection and destruction systems, these cutting-edge carriers promise superior survivability, reduced crew requirements, and minimized maintenance costs. After 16 years of meticulous construction, the USS Gerald R emerges as the epitome of power and precision, boasting unrivaled might, lethal capabilities, and record-breaking expenses. This remarkable vessel marks the dawn of a new era, where naval supremacy converges with awe-inspiring strength, setting sail to shape the future of maritime warfare. With a staggering price tag of $13.3 billion, the USS Gerald R reigns supreme as the largest and most expensive warship to grace the seas, boasting an expansive 5-acre flight deck and cutting-edge technologies. It aims to claim the title of the world's most powerful warship for decades to come, accommodating 4 squadrons of fighters and over 60 support and tactical aircraft. This behemoth of a vessel, weighing a staggering 97,000 tons, towers above the waterline with its 9 stories. Powered by advanced A-1B nuclear reactors, it possesses nearly triple the power of America's existing supercarriers, harnessing a mind-boggling 300 megawatts of electrical power. Get ready to witness a breathtaking spectacle as the USS Ford takes to the water with a presence as mighty as a New York City block. Effortlessly gliding at an astonishing speed of 34 miles per hour, the mighty USS Ford, an engineering marvel, commands attention on the water. However, amidst this awe-inspiring display, a formidable adversary emerges. China's arsenal of anti-ship missiles, some capable of breathtaking hypersonic speeds surpassing Mach 5, poses a grave threat. But before we reveal the key component of filtrating the sea water, please subscribe to our channel to learn more about Navy life. A chilling report from the Congressional Research Service echoes concerns about the Navy's surface ship survivability in face-to-face combat with China's expanding fleet armed with the advanced UAVs and anti-ship weaponry. Brace yourself as China unveils its audacious intentions, unleashing highly maneuverable hypersonic missiles that can reach a staggering Mach 10. The stage is set for a gripping battle on the high seas, where the fate of American ships hangs in the balance. In a sobering realization, it becomes clear that even the formidable anti-missile defenses of the USS Ford and its counterparts fall short in the face of China's advanced weaponry. To uphold dominance in the Pacific and safeguard their ships, the Navy has embraced a long-dreamed-of technology: lasers. Empowered by the immense nuclear reactors housed within Ford's colossal structure, lasers present alluring advantages. Their lightning-fast speed of light outpaces hypersonic weapons. Swift reload counter drone swarms, and their ammunition-free nature grants ships virtually unlimited firing potential. As China's naval expansion accelerates, the Biden administration established a Pentagon task force in 2021 to evaluate the threat. A year later, the Department of Defense unequivocally identified China as America's most formidable strategic rival, boasting over 770 vessels, including the Navy, Coast Guard, and other military ships. China now outnumbers the American fleet twofold, concentrating its strength in the Pacific, while the U.S. fleet extends across both the Atlantic and Pacific regions. China's formidable might is further bolstered by an arsenal of advanced anti-ship weapons, deployable from ground bases, warships, and aircraft. Among them, the DF-21D and the DF-26 long-range missiles stand out. But it's the dread-inducing DF-ZF hypersonic missile that steals the spotlight. Capable of reaching mind-numbing speeds of Mach 10, it poses an ominous threat, striking from distances exceeding 1,500 miles. Hypersonic weapons alone are not the sole concern. Carrier commanders have long grappled with their vulnerability to relentless barrages of anti-ship cruise missiles, capable of overwhelming defenses. Swarms of inexpensive long-range suicide drones could seamlessly replace aircraft, leaving the Navy's largest carriers and heavily armed destroyers ill-equipped to fend off airborne invaders. The stark reality looms, painting a chilling picture of the Navy's predicament. Today, the USS Gerald R embarks on a perilous journey accompanied by a carrier strike group, an armada bristling with cruisers, destroyers, frigates, and the occasional submarine. Among them, 2 specialized air defense vessels. Often, Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyers stand as the first line of defense. Armed with powerful radars, they detect targets over 200 miles away, equipped with surface-to-air missiles and the relentless Phalanx Sea-Whiz, a radar-controlled 20mm Gatling cannon spewing 4,500 rounds per minute. This formidable force possesses the hardware to intercept dozens of enemy missiles from afar. But beware, for their defense crumbles once interceptors deplete, dependent on resupply at the port. Vulnerable to a haunting vulnerability coined the depth of magazine problem, a weakness cunning adversaries exploit with ruthless swarming attacks. Amidst the onslaught of swarming drones, the Pentagon recognizes the power of lasers as the ultimate defense. Unlike the blasters of Star Wars, laser beams sear with intense heat, bypassing explosions to deliver lethal precision. With nuclear reactors fueling their might, lasers have the potential to unleash thousands, even tens of thousands of pulses upon incoming threats. Swift as light, lasers effortlessly track and neutralize unpredictable weapons like China's hypersonic DF-ZF, eliminating the need for complex calculations. And the Pentagon applauds their affordability, estimating laser firings at a mere fraction, ranging from $1 to $10 compared to the exorbitant cost of defensive missiles, thus avoiding the negative cost exchange ratio. In a bold step forward, the Navy introduced its first ship-mounted laser in 2014, gracing the deck of the USS Ponce, an amphibious transport ship. The seemingly unassuming device, resembling a telescope, concealed its true power, a 33-kilowatt laser weapon system known as LAWS. Its wide, short, round firing tube belied the striking firepower it possessed, even in its early stages. Trials continued, leading to a more potent second laser in 2019. Then, in a moment that reverberated through the ranks, the Navy permanently installed its inaugural laser on the Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, Preble, in August 2022. Developed by Lockheed Martin, the weapon, known as Helios, boasted a formidable 60-kilowatt output, seamlessly integrated with the ship's advanced Aegis radar and weapons control system. Termed a high-energy laser with integrated optical dazzler and surveillance system, Helios hinted at even more staggering power to come. Lockheed Martin envisioned future iterations reaching a jaw-dropping 150 kilowatts, although its greatest efficiency lay in countering drones and small surface ships. This audacious leap into laser warfare marks a paradigm shift in naval capabilities, forever altering the face of marine combat. In a race against the impending threat of cruise missiles or hypersonic weapons hurtling toward the USS Ford at unimaginable speeds, the Navy is in dire need of a far more formidable defense. To thwart these formidable adversaries, the Navy estimates that a minimum 300 kilowatt laser is required. Yet it's not just about the missile's velocity and size. Their noses are fortified with pyrolytic graphite or pyroceramic materials, engineered to withstand blistering temperatures exceeding 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit during supersonic flight. For lasers to prevail, they must emit an intensity capable of rapidly incinerating these heat-resistant compounds, overcoming atmospheric turbulence and precisely identifying the target point on a missile traveling at a staggering 1 mile per second. The arrival of such a weapon seems imminent, heralding an era of unparalleled shock and awe. The Navy is poised to commence testing a 300 kilowatt weapon, codenamed Hellcat, as early as next year. This experimental weapon, part of the High Energy Laser Counter or ASCM program, is expected to be based on the Navy's existing SEC-4 optical dazzler interdictor system, already deployed on some destroyers. If successful, Hellcat will mark the Navy's inaugural laser capable of intercepting incoming anti-ship cruise missiles. However, even with Hellcat's might, the challenge of thwarting hypersonic missiles hurtling at speeds of Mach 10 remains formidable, as these weapons are engineered to endure temperatures exceeding 1,700 degrees Fahrenheit. The Pentagon is convinced that it will require a staggering 1 megawatt laser, more than 3 times the power of Hellcat, to effectively neutralize hypersonic missiles. However, the development of megawatt-class lasers may not be too distant. Northrop Grumman has been awarded a contract to create such a laser, and their preliminary design showcases the integration of multiple laser beams into a single devastating ray. The urgency for this technology cannot be overstated. As the vulnerability of warships like the USS Ford escalates with China's advancing anti-ship weaponry, the fate of the world's mightiest navy hangs in the balance, where a precisely aimed hypersonic strike could prove decisive. Yet the Navy places its hopes in futuristic lasers capable of obliterating threats from the sky at a cost lower than a mere cup of coffee. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more intriguing content. Till next time, goodbye.